In this video, we're covering objective number 3 shown on the screen, which is being able to graph equations that are in point slope form. Okay, so click over to that tab. Now, point slope form is probably the least commonly seen form of a linear equation. It looks like y minus y sub 1 equals m times the quantity of x minus x sub 1. And the reason it's called point slope form is because just by looking at this equation, I can tell one point on the line as well as the slope of the line, okay? So the values in position of x sub 1 and y sub 1, they're going to tell you the coordinates of a point on the line. And then, of course, m is going to tell you the slope of the line. Now, one thing to notice here is that in the equation, I have subtraction signs in front of both x sub 1 and y sub 1, but then notice when I list the point, I have those as positive values. So what that's telling me is that I need to change the sign of each of those values in order to list the point out, okay? So I'll give you an example of that. Let's say my equation is as follows. That means the point -4, +2 is on the line. And then the slope is 2/5. Okay. Once you identify those two pieces of information, it should be pretty easy to graph the line from there. Let's look at this interactive to help us see how. All right, so here we have an equation that's in point slope form, right? And the first thing we want to do is identify the point on the line that the equation's leading me to. So that would be, in this case, -1, 3. So of course you want to plot that point and then identify the slope. In this case, the slope is -2. We're going to think of that as -2 over 1. You're going to go down 2 units from the pink point, and you're going to go right 1 unit, and that'll lead you to a second point on the line. And once you have that second point, you can draw your line through each to make the overall graph. Okay, so if you go back in your notes, you'll notice I have another link on the practice 2 sheet that we can use to get practice ourselves here. So let's click on that and I'll run through one with you. All right, so here we have an equation y minus 3 equals 3/2 multiplied by the quantity x plus 2. We would like to graph that by simply moving the points A and B in the proper position, okay? So first thing I'll do is identify that the point -2, +3 is on this line, okay? Let's move point A to -2, +3. And then use the slope of 3/2 to relocate the point B. So from point A, if I go up 3 and right 2, I can place point B and notice I get this message that I've done it correctly, okay? So from here, I'll generate a new line, and I continually practice this till I have the concept down. That's what I'd like you to do.